Most will meet welcome. If you need assistance, please ask one of the staff personnel who is wearing a College of Nomination badge. If first aid is needed, staff at the hotel registration desk to your left in the main foyer will assist. Water is available in containers outside the ballroom. Also, if you do not wish to remain seated for today's 2-hour program or are attending with babies or small children, you may want to view the ceremony in the Eagle Room to the left, outside the ballroom. The entire program is being video streamed there. Also, as we will begin in 5 minutes with the flag song and the presentation of colors. So yeah, we can remain seated. Our program this morning is both a celebration and a solemn occasion. As courtesy to those honored and others in the audience, please take a moment to turn off your cell phone ringers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the flag song by Scud Nation and the presentation of the colors by the Color Guard. Please post the colors. Thank you, Scud Nation. We also respectfully thank the Color Guard members, Wendell Connote, U.S. Marine Corps Eagle Staff, Jay Simpson, U.S. Army Puyallup Veteran Eagle Staff, Pete Waukeshan, U.S. Marine Corps Menominee Nation Flag, Tom Sands, U.S. Army American Flag, Bill Williams, U.S. Navy Veterans of Menominee Nation Flag, Warren Wilbur, U.S. Marine Corps Flag, Bruce Barwick, retired U.S. Navy Flag, Clarence Tugu, U.S. Army Puyallup Tribal Flag, Rodney Sisson, U.S. Army Puyallup Tribal Veterans Flag, Connie Rasmussen, U.S. Navy U.S. Army Flag, Justin Fisher, U.S. Marine Corps, U.S. Air Force Flag, and Dennis Connote, U.S. Navy POW Flag. Waywanan. And thank you, Rosemary Turtelot, Air Force veteran, for posting the College of Menominee Nations flag. Rosemary is also a member of our graduating class today. So I'm honored to welcome you to the College Menominee Nation's 2024 Commencement Ceremonies. Please rise, but you're already a result.
Also meet. Good morning. I am Kayla Diamond, the Dean of Student Success, and I am pleased to serve as your MC for today's ceremony. Please be seated. Brian Kolakowski, Dean of Continuing Education, has called our gathering to order. Wawanan, Mr. Kolakowski. We customarily begin the graduation ceremony with an invocation to the Creator. The college has invited Otachia Luke Bisa, the lead immersion teacher with the Language and Culture Department of the Menominee Indian Tribe, to come forward and speak words on our behalf. The College of Menominee Nation is proud to count him as a friend. The Menominee tradition is to remain seated while a designated speaker stands to pray to the Creator. So please continue sitting.
Okay, so many wea, mishik wawana to Kasim case Kochemane and person Machkaki Itiano Musni. So, hey everyone, thanks for inviting me here to speak on behalf to start this event out in a good way. So, in that wawana. Nahalka Kamas no mishik ma kom not to Mukunwa to kun tachi and attack gam. Mishik tachi na pome kun winu any sapi to a Musni. O matna peke so eu tapa na makaya na porco na nesta match kaki no motivi kame ko na yana kutukin kis catch the naka o nichianak ki pichi ke hawa o nichianan mshikta sanaka pos pemata si o masni machi tawa kihi mshikta we are kiwa no kiwa mshikta kiwe wapa tamako mas match kaki no motivi kame ko na yana kutukin catch the naka ta machinini yosi to mauni wiak Onichiana case now watching we know it me as a safety to a not stack on nichiana we know up me case of top in the muck in a case name ko kinu me case a safety a kion patch kanapo me kun pus man no o top in the muck mani the pork and mashik cotetness kato no ki to a not mo kun pus man no iwa tau mani kako case of top in the ko a hios Mamik technique kom kakino moi ko kes kakino mo watch and kom wapatamok ma se kako ki safety to us the mahnuia he hios na ene kitokin ki no wa no ki work in so eki me ki no ki tamok ay amasene hi kanan ki si hako ma se kako ki safety to ki mochni ki safety to Amashikta kom ne kamo kais ne kamento ani ne kamon wawana kis meni ke yon whisky ne kamon an machinini wiki te sta nami he mamia tochi kaya ne kamia amashikta kom se makanesak kis iwatawa ka kom kakiwahonan wawana ma kako kis se to sta mahnoya sta mahno pematastia and it waki wiki ta sta mo jason ya Not the more kun mishik passing them kun man don't know what's the man no eat what way potch so cut came much ni talk to makako kun win away to mekanino and now how can mishik can potch work could tell like each hour kako I was say to us we need to pack a canapa me kun so cut some sit to it or must ni not the more kun the man no ki wa to it push me come money kako as my achi to it so far Mishikta kom otano e markanon kis catch not the moawak winua nista safety to a posmano top and go name a sene he can a potch waywanan tanania moawan or matamosa moawan kis catch kanapa mawak onichanak kis catch kanapa tamok in a wakium kis catch chipako catch pina chikawak metsikako kais safety to a winua up me And it was catch our ke hiom ne poor kan ke so top no me ke hiom not the more kunst ma no se our kwaki new and no ki one so se to do come no ki work mashikta yom many case ka kes many ke mashikta ne ke me on case pa me na page ka tak monica ko masni ma makta ni wa wan na how ka and it's a kana cut away heart now yom net no ma mustas pisio monka inaka Chigmatico. Mahno tapin of Macuni on geek to an unmishik waki to our case, a taco case of me to Chicatua, nature Menominee with Mamachi Tower. Mishik Tassawanamia, Kispin Kiwachi Nisia, Chinini of tapin of Mahaya, Menominee weakness in the Hauka, Tanway Markinak.
and Otachia for those beautiful words. Before continuing our program, I would like to introduce the College Board of Directors and the President. Christopher Caldwell, President of the College of Menominee Nation, has led the college since February 2020. Caldwell is the third president to lead CMN. He has been in various positions at the college, including student, director, adjunct, and president. An alumni of the college, Caldwell began his higher education here at CMN, earning his associate degree in sustainable development. He holds a bachelor's degree in natural resources from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, a master's degree in environmental science and policy from the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. He is currently a PhD candidate in the Environment and Resources from the University of Wisconsin-Madison Nelson Institute. President Caldwell will be addressing the graduates later in the program. Please stand to be recognized. Our board is composed of members of the Menominee Indian Tribe of Wisconsin. Their role is to provide oversight to the college's executive leadership. Those who could be with us today are seated in the audience to my right. Please stand and be recognized. The college's board of directors, Mr. Gary Frechette, who serves as the college chairman of the board, an IT application analyst for WEC Energy Group Business Services. Mrs. Sarah Labarge serves as the college vice chairperson and the director of strategic partnerships at the Native Forward Scholars Fund. Ms. Shannon Chapman is the director of education for the Menominee Indian Tribe. Mr. Michael Delabrew is the director of the Menominee Tribal Clinic IT department. Ms. Crystal Chapman Chevalier is the chief executive officer for Wolf River Development Company. Mr. Marcus Denny is the superintendent of the Menominee Indian School District, and Mr. Justin Lepsher, the director of Tribal Administration Service for the FSA Advisory Group. Mr. Frechette is here on stage and will represent the board later this morning as we confer degrees and diplomas to our students. The College of Menominee Nation came into existence through the efforts of the Menominee people who saw a need for higher education and acted to establish the college. For 31 years, the tribal college they envisioned has persisted and prospered as a chartered entity of the Menominee people. The thousands of CMN's past, present, and future students are grateful for your support, and we appreciate your commitment to CMN. Chairwoman Gina Katkak brings greetings from the Menominee Tribal Legislature. Please join me in welcoming Chairwoman Katkak.
Thank you for that. Hosomi, Natanwe Makana, Mashek Mauniwiak. Good morning, relatives and everyone here today. My name is Gina Kakak, and I have the honor to serve as the chairwoman of the Menominee Nation. I would like to recognize and say greetings to the CMN Board of Directors, President Caldwell, CMN faculty and staff, tribal leaders, elders, veterans, and special greetings to our graduates and their families. I extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you. I would like first to say Machwaiwanan for allowing me to be here today. It is with great pleasure and pride that we gather here today, and I am thrilled to be one of the first to say congratulations to the CMN graduating class of 2024. It is truly an honor to be here today to celebrate the remarkable achievements of our graduates. Looking out at all of you is an incredible sight to see, the pride and the accomplishments on your faces and on those of your loved ones here today. It is truly a powerful and remarkable sight. I have witnessed firsthand the determination it takes to get where you all are today. On a personal note, I'm beaming with pride. My daughter, Deborah Lyons, is among the graduates today. Deborah, I love you, and I'm proud of you. To all the graduates, you did it. You earned it. Your hard work, perseverance, and commitment has brought you here today. As a mother of one of the graduates, I want to express gratitude to the families and friends who have supported and encouraged the graduates throughout their educational journey. Your unwavering support has played a crucial role in their success, and today is a celebration of your dedication as well. Graduates, today I want to talk with you about leadership. Some of you may have struggled to remain focused on achieving your educational goals. Through your commitment to higher education, you found a way. You conquered every obstacle. You reached your goals because you were determined. I encourage you to use that same determination as you begin your next journey. As you make your own path, discover your strengths, and create your vision. It's important to remember when times get difficult, take care of yourself. And remember, your ancestors are watching over you, offering their guidance so that you can overcome any challenges in the best way possible. I encourage you to reflect on the knowledge and experience you gained. Embrace the challenges that lie ahead with confidence. Embrace this next chapter in your lives with optimism. As you may know, at the tribe, we deal with important decisions every day. And that's why we need well-educated critical thinkers like yourself to help us meet our goals to provide a better quality of life for the Menominee people. Our vision of the Menominee is of a strong and healthy nation living in accordance with its culture and traditions depends entirely upon all of you to continue that vision and make it happen. It is my hope that you find a department or an occupation to utilize your education and knowledge and find a way to be a service to your community. Find a way to lead. In leadership and as a CMN graduate, you are now known as a lifelong learner, which means there will always be a new lesson, a new field of study, a new challenge for you to conquer. There will always be new opportunities for you. I have no doubt you will go on to achieve great things. So with that, on behalf of the Menominee people and the Menominee Tribal Legislature, we congratulate you and thank you for making us proud. Matchwaiwanan, Annette.
Luann Chairwoman Kakak for joining us today and expressing those heartful words. It is a privilege to introduce today's student speaker, Betsy Trudeau. Betsy Trudeau. Betsy Trudeau comes to us from the Hannahville Potawatomi community. Together with her partner, Kino Paiwasit, they raised 3 young children, Violet, Vera, and Oliver. She has lived, worked, and learned within the Menominee Nation for 12 years. She earned her associate degree in liberal studies, social sciences in 2019. Shortly after, she discovered her interest in teaching and returned to the College of Menominee Nation in 2020. Betsy has earned her Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. Please join me in welcoming Betsy Trudeau.
Miigwech for the introduction. Buju, Jano Gija Condition class, Neman Dodem, Hannahville, Potawatomi and Dow. Good morning, and welcome family, friends, faculty, staff, board of directors, and fellow graduates of 2024. Hello, everyone. My English name is Betsy Trudeau. I come from the Hannahville-Potawatomi community in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I am overcome with gratitude as I stand here today, celebrating a huge milestone in our lives. I think it's safe to say that this is a long-awaited moment, and I'm here to say congratulations to the graduating class of 2024. We did it. I have a few people I'd like to recognize within my journey. My partner, Kino Maquin, and our children, Kapakut Tuki and Muchiki and Naunau Gijik. Our sacrifices, you guys make our dreams possible. I'd like to thank my children's grandparents, Myron and Doris Paiwasit, and my sister-in-law, Lizzie, for the actual day-to-day help with our children throughout the busy semesters. These group of people have been there for the late night dinners and picking up the kids, and it's something that I know I couldn't have done without you guys. I'd like to say thank you to my siblings for being here, my partner's siblings, my friends, my family, who've always cheered me on, like so. I'd like to acknowledge our instructors, President Caldwell, and the administration here. I can speak for all of us and say how grateful we are to you. I'd like to say a special thank you to Dr. Kelly. Those who know her know that she is one of a kind, equipping us with our flare pens and planners, and always going above and beyond to ensure that we become the best teachers. To Dr. Candy, she is the queen of taking us on long tangents about life and education, and then reeling us back in by saying, let's not digress. Thank you for your extensive knowledge and sharing your passion for teaching children. To Jennifer Morris, for teaching us all the real life teacher tips and tricks about not recreating the wheel. To all the adjunct instructors, we'll never forget you. However, there is one class that I would like to erase from my memory. That's the pre-calc class. I will not mention how many times I had to take that class, but we checked it off our list, and here we are. Thanks to Audra. Let's give them a round of applause. To all of my friends here who are earning their degrees today, I want you to know that you should be so proud of yourself. Your families, your friends, children, nieces and nephews, I hope you know that you are their inspiration. You are the reason that someone will sign up for classes next semester. You are the reason that somebody will say, wow, I can do it too. We've all had our own trials and tribulations to earn this degree. And for some, school comes easily, but for some, not so much. For some of us, it's much more than schoolwork. At some points, it was survival and suffering. I hope that this graduation gives you the confidence to set new goals. Whether you land your dream job, or if this degree is the next stepping stone to the next big thing, I'm here for it, and I can't wait to see where it takes you next. I hope that we, the class of 2024, can always keep on keeping on. This degree doesn't have to be the only one. If you just got your first tech certificate, I hope you know that you have what it takes to earn your associates. If you just earned your associates, be brave and move on to the bachelor's. For those who just got their bachelor's, let's keep going together. To all the master's graduates, we want to join your club. To the doctoral students and presidents and professionals, you're the inspiration. We won't be too long behind you. Looking back on my years at CMN, it wasn't all suffering. The past year has been nothing less than extraordinary. Traveling and meeting people will always be top tier. A group of us traveled to Norway to visit the Sami people, the only recognized Indigenous group in Europe, learning about shared Indigenous people's values and worldviews was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I experienced here with CMN. So I want to share a little story with you all, a significant memory that I will forever hold. It embodies the essence of higher education for Native students and Native families. President Caldwell invited to join me on a trip to the AHEC Legislative Summit. Little did I know that this trip would be one of the most full circle trips that I have ever been on. So how do I start the story? I want it to be a long story short, but those who know me, it's a little tough. I'll try my best. So my childhood best friend, Casey, and I were both at the AHEC Legislative Summit. Her as a representative for the board of directors for the Saginaw Chippewa Tribal College, and myself as a student. Her and I, and amongst others in this room, attended Hannahville Indian School, kindergarten through grade 12. So this school wasn't always there for us. Children from Hannahville had to attend the neighboring white school where they endured racism and the residual effects of the dreaded boarding school era. The dropout rate for Hannahville kids at this school during the 70s was 85%. Our grandparents, and I say my grandparents and my friend Casey's grandparents, they were instrumental in advocating for the need for a tribal school because they knew that future generations depended on it. Sadly, my parents were a part of the group who quit school early, and they earned their GEDs later in life. But this alone decreased my odds for being here today. My biggest win is that my kids do not have to fight that battle. The odds of them attending and graduating from college have just increased today. So back to the DC thing with Casey, her and I, amongst others who I traveled there with, spoke to the same US government that troubled our ancestors about why tribal colleges are so essential to Native students and our communities. Not only do we need quality early childhood education, but we also need these tribal colleges. I speak for all of us when I say that College of Menominee Nation is life-changing. We're doing everything that our ancestors wanted us to do. We're breaking cycles and setting new standards. I know that our families are so proud of us and standing with us. Thank you to every single person in this room today. You are all supporters of higher education. It is my wish for you that you hold College of Menominee Nation dear to your heart and always do what you can for future generations. No matter what your degree is or where you end up in the world, I hope that you always cheer on other tribal schools and other colleges and institutions of higher learning, and always consider yourself a lifelong learner. Again, I say congratulations to the class, and with that, I say miigwech.
Thank you, Betsy, for your good words. Next, I am honored to introduce our 2024 commencement speaker, Danielle Yancey. Danielle grew up on the Menominee Reservation and graduated from the Menominee Indian School District. Danielle Yancey has worked in public service for over 20 years, focusing on programs that promote social justice, education access, and equity. She is the director of the Native American Center for Health Professions at the School of Medicine and Public Health at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, which strives to improve Indigenous peoples and communities' health and well-being. Please join me in welcoming Danielle Yancey.
All right. Well, what a beautiful sight it is up here to see all of you sitting in the audience with our wonderful graduates today. Poso Meep and good morning, distinguished leaders, faculty, staff, veterans, tribal leaders, elders, students, and families, and Wawanan President Caldwell and the CMN family for the invitation to join you all for this very, very special occasion to celebrate this year's esteemed graduates. So I know we've done a lot of clapping already, but before I say any more, can you all join me in showing some love to this year's graduates? So what a tremendous honor it is to be here. To introduce myself a bit further, my Menominee name is Nikekatuki, meaning talks first, and I come from the Bear Clan. I am the great-granddaughter of Louise and Peter Askenet, granddaughter of Mary Jane and Dennison James, Beatrice and Melvin Wapoose, and Clifford Cactosh. I am the daughter of Dale and Glenda Cactosh, and I'm the wife of Theo and mom to Isaiah, Sequoia, Sedella, and Elijah. I am so very proud to say that I come from the Menominee and Santee people, and it feels really good to be home today among our forest in the community that raised me. I want to acknowledge the incredible beauty of this place here in our Menominee homelands, where our ancestors have lived since time immemorial. I always feel a deep sense of peace and groundedness whenever I drive in along Highway 4755, a road I've traveled many times, and I see the Poso sign welcoming me home. I also want to acknowledge that we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors and past leaders so we can all be here today. And I acknowledge all of our relatives who are no longer with us in the physical world, but are always with us in spirit. When I was asked to be this year's keynote speaker, I have to admit I cried, and not just a few tears, but I ugly cried. And not because I was nervous, even though I'm definitely nervous to be up here, but because I never received an invitation that was so close to my heart and one that would bring me back home. This one means so much more. And I never imagined that as a young high school student taking computer classes at the very first CMN building way back in the 19s, like my daughter would say, or when I interned for the incredible Dr. Geraldine Greeno to update the CMN student handbook, that one day I would be standing here 30 years later, congratulating all of our graduates. So again, I'm just so very deeply honored to just be able to celebrate and enjoy this very special moment with all of you. Since I received this wonderful invitation from President Caldwell, I've been thinking a lot about what I would say. I shared this news with my parents and close friends, and their advice was all the same. They said, just speak from your heart. Well, and like the lifelong learner that we've been hearing about and the proud nerd that I am, I literally started thinking about the heart. So the heart is one of the most vital organs in our body. It has 4 chambers. It pumps blood throughout our body, carrying oxygen and nutrients that it needs to function. And when we close our fists, we can see how big our heart is pumping inside of our body. The health field, but I promise I'm not going to make this an anatomy lesson. But as I thought about the heart, both literally and figuratively, it led me to thinking about the vital parts of our existence that carries good things to us, that brings good medicine, especially in those moments when things get hard. It's often these vital parts that sustain us and carry us through. They inspire us, they motivate us, encourage us, believe in us, and lift us when we're feeling down or heavy. So as I prepared for today to speak from the heart, I reflected on my own path, which admittedly was the extended version of the college experience. And I thought about what were all of those vital parts that sustained me through my college journey. So again, going back to the 19s, I remember the day so vividly when my parents loaded me up in our full-size conversion van, complete with the swivel seats and the lights that lit up along the sides. And they drove me down to UW-Madison. They helped me unload my belongings, carry them into my dorm room, and then they gave me hugs and we said our goodbyes. They even managed to hold their tears together and not show me how hard it was going to be to drive back home without me. Well, now being a parent myself, it's a feeling I can understand. As someone once put it, letting your child go is like having your heart outside of your body. But as they drove away, there I was, all alone. I had no idea what was ahead of me, and in no shortage of time, I realized how unprepared I was to be a college student. And as a result, what may take someone 4 years to do, it took me 8 to finally walk across the stage. But through those 8 long years, I experienced the hardest challenges and also the greatest rewards. And although finally getting that degree felt rewarding, holding that piece of paper represented something so much more than the words on it. And when I finally held that diploma, that piece of paper was a reminder of all the times I wanted to give up, but I didn't. It reminded me of the phone calls I made to my parents and closest friends who encouraged me when I felt like quitting. It reminded me of the teachers and mentors who spent time with me to help me understand assignments and offered me guidance. It reminded me of the student organizations and activism I was involved with and how it opened my passion for social justice and fighting for Indigenous rights. It reminded me of the new friendships and memories I made over the years. And it reminded me of the risks I took, even when it was scary and uncomfortable. And through it all, it reminded me why I decided to take this path and get an education. I remember that I did it for my grandmother, who always encouraged me to get my education ever since I was a little girl, knowing that her experiences with education represented something very different during her time. And I did it for my mother, who earned her first degree right here at CMN and her bachelor's degree while raising me and my siblings. And I did it for the hope that I could give back to the community who has given me more than anything I could ever return. And I remember that although I felt alone, I was never truly alone. I had the strength of my family, my loved ones, my culture, my community, the whole entire time. And I remembered how strong we are as Menominee and Indigenous people who have persevered through so much. So when you look at your piece of paper today, what do you see? What will it remind you of? Who will you think of? And what were those vital parts that sustained you to make it here today? I want to acknowledge all of the hard work that you put in to get here, for the long nights of studying, the countless hours of reading and writing, and the sacrifices you made, and the moments when you felt like giving up, but you didn't. You pushed through, you kept moving forward. So I want to acknowledge the journey that it took to get here. It's inspiring and beautiful to see all of you in your caps and gowns, your ribbon skirts and shirts, about to receive your degrees, and how incredible it is to see you all receiving them right here on our homelands, in a place that is filled with our culture and our teachings as Menominee people. I am more than hopeful that ever, knowing that each of you will be leading the next generations and those to come. And I can only imagine all of our ancestors smiling proudly. We carry their blood memory in our hearts, and their strength, wisdom, and presence flows throughout us. They are a vital part of us. Their ancestral love sustains us because we are them, and we are still here. So every act of love is honoring their legacy and planting seeds for our future generations, for our culture, our land, our language, and for the community that has raised us. So you are now those seed planters and future ancestors. Know that you are powerful and you will forever hold that knowledge you've gained. You can use that knowledge to make a difference. Know that you are unstoppable and that power has always been within you. It's like my husband would do. He would call me Kung Fu Panda whenever I felt stuck or unsure. And in case you haven't seen this movie about this awkward, goofy panda, the theme is about self-determination, and that no matter who you are or where you come from, you have the power to decide who you want to be in this life. So as I close, I'd like to leave you all with this quote from what has now become one of my favorite movies. There is no secret ingredient to make something special. All you have to do is believe that it's special. So I believe each and every one of you is special, and continue believing in yourself. Remember, the power has always been inside you as you begin your next adventure. So from the bottom of my heart, congratulations, class of 2024, you did it.
Good morning, graduates and guests. I am CMN's Chief Academic Officer, Geraldine Sanapa. The Menominee are gift-giving people, and the college and community are indebted to you, Danielle, for sharing your knowledge, passion for education, and your bountiful work. As for giving back, Danielle has provided a $500 scholarship for a student enrolled this summer. Mate Rowan to Danielle. We hope you enjoy this gift. We hope that you enjoy this gift and know that you have our thanks for all that you have done for tribal college students and American Indian people everywhere. We will now prepare to award degrees. Before awarding your degrees, I would like to express that we at the college know that an educational degree is not an independent endeavor. It takes family members, friends, and sometimes an entire community to aid and guide students to their commencement day. I would like to invite today's graduates to lend a hand to their family and friends who are here today and who have helped them on their educational journey. Okay, members of the College of Menominee Nation Board of Trustees, I present the prospective candidates for graduation and successful completion of their respective degree programs. The class of 2024, we are now at that moment you have awaited. Richard Ushkishko will instruct the graduating class members and introduce them as they receive degrees and diplomas in their fields of study.
The gold cords are worn by those who graduated and have achieved academic honor. The red, white, and blue cords are worn by our veterans. While I am commended for your service, Students, as I call you to the degree program, please rise and come forward. Bachelor of Arts in Education, Lindsay Lee Peaslaw. Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, David Gavalava. Heather Little Jennings. Elementary, middle school education, Namakuki Deborah Irene Lyons. Jennifer Marie Meyer. Lori Elizabeth Totoro. Confusion, Betsy Liz Trudeau. Secretary of Education Sciences, Biological and Physical Sciences, Washington, Speech, Angela Carino. Paul Marie Aristotle. Cassandra Business Administration, Cassandra Business. Wendy Cadena. Tanya Lynn Cooper. Keisha Chelsea L. Corn. Jessica P. Hernandez. Victoria Hill. Nathan L. Bichette. Adriana B. Moses. Marianne Peters. Mary Isabella Concader. Jenny White. Maria Louise White. Early childhood education, Alexis Form. Osawa Kintuki, Maria Bowman. Wapamanuki, Rosemary Sirla. Pizza, Ashley Rose White. Liberal Studies Humanities, Watson Pachuan, Peter Marie Fernandez. Jeremiah Moses Jr. Nina White. Public Administration, Denise Madas Campbell. The board of Associate of Applied Science, Substance Abuse Conference. Wahuachuki, Nanette Marie Kumota. Now, Melissa Ann Westcott. Technical Diploma, Medical Office Technician, Yuki Allison Thorne. Simultaneous Auto Breathe Fatigue. Southgate Elizabeth Marie Zucker. Welding Connie Harrison. Crystal K. Lyons. Jerome Robert Madash. Gary Madash Jr. Alexander S. Nichols. Eric John Sandlot. Equinaway Warrington.
Will the graduates please rise? Betsy, too. By the powers vested in me by the Menominee people, by our Menominee Tribal Legislature, and by our College of Menominee Nations Board of Trustees, I hereby confer on you individually the degree for which you have been recommended with all the rights and the privileges it holds. Graduates, you may now move your tassel to the appropriate side. And take a seat. Well, Poso Nate, Mamachitawak, Mashik, Mauni Wea, greetings to my fellow movers and to all of you. Welcome to the College of Menominee Nation 2024 Commencement Ceremony. It's an honor to have you with us today to witness and be a part of our college's heart work. I promise I didn't read Danielle's speech. I'm not pulling from her speech, but that seems to be a common theme here. Waiwanan for the invocation Otachia and Scud Nation for the songs. As always, thank you to our veterans, our Menominee veterans, and our friends from Puyallup veterans for helping us. Danielle, thank you for sharing your words of experiences, or your experiences and words of wisdom with our graduates. Betsy, what can I say? Waiwanan for exemplifying what it means to be a College of Menominee Nation student and graduate. To our CMN Board of Directors, faculty, staff, Waiwanan for everything you do and walking with our graduates every step of the way. To the family, friends, and community of supporters who have helped keep our students on their journey, Waiwanan for walking with them as well. At this time, I'd also like to recognize our VIP guests and our elected officials that are here with us today. If you're an elected official, I'd like you to stand so we can recognize you. Oh, yeah. We thank you for your leadership and your support of education and the journey for our students. Now to the College of Menominee Nation graduating class of 2024, I congratulate each one of you for achieving this goal you have set for yourself. Nahawaskiwat Mauni Wiak. Good job, everyone. The ceremony culminates years of hard work, perseverance, and sacrifice. This is your time to celebrate with fellow students, fellow CMN alumni, and with your family and friends. As president at CMN, I have led 5 commencement ceremonies in our 31-year history. The first one I presided over was held in our circle driveway because of the pandemic. Each student drove up, walked up to me, maintaining 6-foot social distancing with masks outside to receive their diploma and a photo. Well, looking around today, you can see we've come a long way with our 45 graduates and the families and friends here to celebrate with them today. But as I reflected on the pandemic years, it brought to mind questions like, how did we make it through these challenging times? As a small institution, how did we keep classes going during this significant change and uncertainty? Well, the answer is simple. It was the people and our values. It is people make our institution great. People who understand the mission of CMN and adhere to its values in the pursuit of excellence. It is the people who decide they want to make a difference. They want a better life for themselves, their family, and their communities. So they come to CMN to learn, work, and share. It is the people who understand CMN's institutional values, which are American Indian culture, sustainability, ethical behavior, diversity, community engagement, and culture of service. These values are not just for the faculty, staff, and board members. They are part of an institutional value system that you as students and now graduates became a part of when you first walked through those doors. And this value system is rooted in the worldview and experiences of the Menominee people who created the college with a vision for our impact on the Menominee Nation, our fellow tribes, surrounding communities, and the world. This is an important note because it means I'm not just saying these values. They are institutional values that guide the decision-making of our college and help shape our students in the world to view the world today and their responsibilities. Being immersed in a value system like CMN is one thing. It's a whole other thing in understanding those values and how they shape your everyday life, work, and academic journey. As a CMN alumni with those values, you now represent the College of Menominee Nation as you set new goals and challenges. And this is where I challenge all of you now as CMN alumni. Remember the bravery you demonstrated when you first decided to start your academic journey. Use that bravery and your newfound confidence in graduating today to go into this world and make a difference. This could mean running for elected office in your community, volunteering for causes that matter to you, helping those in need, or speaking up when voices are needed. Pursue work that uses your education, but always be open to learning more. Doing this will influence your community and inspire others to shape the world you want to see for your children, grandchildren, and future generations. And in doing so, you will have lived up to our highest expectations as the College of Menominee Nation. Lastly, don't forget to visit. Share your challenges, accomplishments, and good work. We want to know how you're doing and how we can help you continue to advance when needed. Also, there may be a day where we call you back to come help us. Graduating class of 2024, I say Naha Waiskiwat, good job. Pamatnas Kun, take care of yourselves. And it.
Before today's ceremony ends, we have a special recognition to be given by Chief Academic Officer Geraldine Sanapa.
Thank you, President Caldwell. I am pleased to ask Ken Shingler to join me on the stage. For nearly 2 decades, CMN's commencement has concluded with a special recognition. While every member of our faculty is worthy of praise, each year we recognize one person for being especially exploratory. After retiring from teaching English for 33 years at Shawano High School, Ken took a phone call from a recruiter at CMN. In that call, he agreed to teach one English course. Now, after 23 years as a faculty member, we are honoring him as he retires from our college. During his time at CMN, Ken has been a cherished member of our liberal studies faculty, helping set standards for student writing and assessment. In the past 2 decades, he has served on countless committees, numerous task forces, and has become a staple of our institution. Ken has also been a tireless advocate for our Learn and Earn program for incoming high school students and an invaluable ally for anyone facing adversity. To put it in numeric form, in 23 years, Ken has taught 129 courses and 1,519 students. When asked about his teaching philosophy, Ken stated, "Teaching is more than following a sequence of lessons on a syllabus. Teaching is helping students gain confidence in themselves and encouraging them to leave their comfort zones. Eventually, when students reflect on their college classes, they may not remember their grades, but they will remember how you made them feel. You are the bow and your students are the arrows. Aim them in the right direction." Those are inspiring words, Ken, and as a token of our gratitude for all you have done for CMN, please accept this award as we aim you towards retirement. Graduates, community, faculty, and staff, please join me in applauding the College of Menominee Nation's 2024 Faculty Member of the Year, Ken Shingler.
Well, I'm most honored and humbled at the same time here, and I thank the College of Menominee for allowing me to teach here for so long. Being immersed in the culture, the Menominee culture, has greatly enriched my life. Their culture, values, and traditions are part of me, and I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for the College of Menominee in general and the college and the Menominee people specifically. So thank you so much. I really feel honored. I wish I could say thank you many, many, many times. So I'll just say we waken. Okay.
Thank you, Chief Academic Officer Sanapa. The color guard will lead the recessional. Once the color guard exits the room, the recessional will proceed in this order: President Caldwell and Chief Academic Officer Sanapa, College Board of Trustees, College Administration, faculty, and staff, and finally, our college graduates. Graduates, on behalf of the College of Menominee Nation, congratulations. Family, friends, and community members, thank you for joining us today. Today's attendees are invited to the commencement reception at the main campus immediately following this ceremony. Again, on behalf of the College of Menominee Nation, congratulations. Please stand as Scud Nation sings an honor song while we conclude today's commencement ceremony.